Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. First and foremost, let me start again with apologies. I feel like I've been letting you guys down, man, with only getting up one video each of the last 2 weeks, and both of those, of course, were my Ahsoka reactions. Some of that is having to do re-edits. I had to do a bunch on both Ahsoka and the 2 Mandalorian episodes I have prepped and ready, so those should be coming soon. But as far as other content, I've just been off my game the last couple months. Work has gotten shocking, crazy again. Big project that I've been working on is finally starting to come into fruition, and it's starting to come into fruition a lot faster than I realized it was going to be. So that's certainly taking up a lot of time. Tonight, today, I've got a busy day just today, which means we're going to change some things up around what we're about to do. We'll talk about that in a second, but we've got therapy at 1, like I have on every Tuesday, followed by shooting straight to Jersey for a little hair appointment to help me for my weekend coming up, and we'll talk about that in a sec. And then the Seaman's got himself a date tonight. I haven't had a date in a very, very long time. I'm very excited, so I'm moving kind of quick because I've been packing and getting myself ready. Like I said, I got a big weekend in front of me because New York Comic-Con is here, and we've got 3 days of cosplay set up. I'm very excited about all 3. One of them you guys should be familiar with. My Batman costume will be coming out again this year, but we've got 2 new ones that we're going to debut, so I'm really excited about that. I've been running around getting myself already packed. Everything I think is just about where I want it, and when we get to con, we got a big con this time. Not just the cosplay, but I've got photo ops with the one, the only, Palm Clementif Mantis. I'm very excited about that. I wanted Ewan McGregor, but he sold out really, really fast. So when his wife was announced late, I was online right away to get Mary Elizabeth Winstead. And then, big shout out to my parents. They've been hassling me since I dog sat for them over the summer when they went away on vacation, which, it's my sister's dog. I was always his second favorite. Now I'm his first favorite living human being. So chilling with him is I love hanging with the pup, so it's not really dog sitting for me. It was just in a different location for 5-6 days. But they wouldn't leave me alone. They wanted to throw me money, and after getting the first 2 photo ops, they said, we'll pay for half of this third one when he was announced because it was a little bit more pricey. But there's reasons for that, because this man is just a living Marvel legend. One of my top 3 favorite characters of all time, behind Iron Man and Rocket Raccoon, the one, the only, Tom Hiddleston, a.k.a. Loki himself. I can't wait to meet him, and we are getting ready to take a watch in something that he had dropped last week. If you don't know what we're talking about, why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat. We are getting ready to take a watch and then dive in briefly, but spoiler-filled, into Season 2 of Loki. And we start, of course, with the first and only episode we have in Season 2 that dropped this past Thursday, Ouroboros. I am psyched. All of my friends have been hitting me up, being like, dude, what'd you think of Loki? I'm like, I had a busy week last week, and I haven't gotten to it yet. My mom, it was right away, she's like, oh my gosh, Ke and Tom are so good. I'm like, Mom, no spoilers! Because I haven't watched. So I have a very limited amount of time. Like I said, it is 11:48 right now. We've got therapy at 1. We've got a 48-minute episode. And my general thoughts are to try to shrink these down a little bit. I'm going to try to stick to just reactions. So I got obviously a few pre-episode thoughts as we get ready to launch into Season 2 of Loki. But on the backside, I'm going to keep it really brief and then probably talk spoiler-filled in a separate video. I don't know. We'll play around with things, see what works. But for sure, what you are about to get is a reaction to Episode 1, Ouroboros. The synopsis says, Loki finds himself lost to time and torn, quite literally, between past, present, and future. And that leads to my pre-episode thoughts. I'm very, very excited about this show. For me, from jump, and even anything that Marvel or Star Wars has put out, Loki Season 1 is my favorite of the Disney Plus television shows. And people will be like, man, really? I've had this conversation, because the action, the Marvel-y things, not very existent in that show. And I think that's why I love it so much. It is so dialogue-driven. It is so world-building and storytelling-driven, and that's the type of material I love. You can give me people talking in rooms in really interesting and engaging ways, and then sprinkle in cool stuff around it, I'm always here for it. I mean, and you think more people would get on board with that. People loved Oppenheimer. Everybody and their mother went to go see Oppenheimer in IMAX. Spend the extra dough for a 5 to 10 second shot of a nuclear bomb explosion test. Other than that, that entire movie is just people talking in rooms. But when the writing is as strong as it was for Loki season 1, you're just gripped, and especially with a character that I love as much as I love Loki. He is my third favorite MCU character behind Iron Man and Rocket Raccoon. And when it comes to what Tom Hiddleston can do as Loki, I mean, he's been in the character longer than any other person in Marvel, because Evans and Downey have kind of... I guess Thor's been around. Well, no, Cap came out before Thor. Yeah. So, I mean, he's been around just as long as Hemsworth. And as one of the 2 longest-running MCU members, it gets me so excited to see Loki starting to get the things that he's gotten, right? Like his own TV show, his own story. And so much of that has to do with Tom Hiddleston because he's just genius as an actor. Now, when it comes to Season 2, I am stoked because Season 1 set up the multiverse breaking apart. And we thought we were going to get all the... we got Multiverse of Madness right after this. We got No Way Home right after this. And like big multiverse ideas that ended up being localized stories to both Doctor Strange and Spider-Man. Nothing that we have watched yet has really dealt with what Loki Season 1 has set up. And there's a part of me that loves the fact that Loki Season 2 will be the first thing to really address what's going on with Kang and the timeline breaking and all that stuff. I mean, like Ant-Man and the Wasp had Kang in it, but even that didn't really deal with what Season 1 of Loki had set up. Now, in traditional storytelling fashion, had Loki Season 2 come out right away, I think things would have worked a little bit better. But we've talked about this before. Kevin Feige loves getting the jump on DC. And one of DC's strongest attributes coming out of the comics is the multiverse. So when COVID came, Feige saw an opportunity to jump and get 4 multiversal properties, I think it was 4, up before we would get to The Flash for DC. And I think that was the beginning of the domino effect that led to where we are right now with Marvel. Marvel's never really been great with the multiverse stuff, outside of like Spider-Man. Spider-Man rocks multiverse, but the rest of the Marvel comic world, like, is better when you don't do multiversal things, unless Kang is involved. And I don't know. It's one of these things where I think multiversal stuff in general doesn't really connect with non-comic book people unless you're talking about everything everywhere all at once, which did seem to connect, but nevertheless, I'm getting all over the place, as I usually do, because I'm Russian, and I gotta get ready to watch this. But my thing is, I just think it kind of unraveled what Marvel was doing. They started focusing on something that they really weren't gonna tackle, I don't feel like, until we got to Season 2 of Loki, and the stuff that they kind of put in between, it just didn't connect. That being said, as popular as Loki Season 1 was, with the addition of Ke Huy Quan to the cast, my mom, like I said, just like, oh my god, Ke and Hiddleston, they're so good together. Not shocked at all by that. I'm a huge Ke fan. Him coming back with Everything Everywhere All at Once was just such a surreal... I mean, I can't even imagine what it was like for him, but as a fan, right? Like, grew up watching this kid in 2 movies all the time, man. Indiana Jones 2 and freaking Goonies. Like, 2 of my all-time favorite movies growing up. So to see Ke come back in the way in which he did was excellent, and now to see him being added into Loki, I'm so excited. But generally, I feel like all of the multiverse stuff that we were building was leading to these big Avengers movies that are coming, and we haven't touched on any of that storyline stuff since Loki Season 1. I'm pumped to see how Loki Season 2 starts to actually tee up the real multiverse Avengers stuff that we're going to be getting. And I'm really interested to see how they play with Kang. We obviously know the big question mark right now is Jonathan Majors. Seems like Marvel is just going to sit and stay pat until, the legal proceedings kind of run their course, and that could break one of 2 ways, right? You got a 50-50 shot there. And I'll be interested to see what this does for the character, not the actor. Kang, as we've talked about in the past, is a character that can bring so much to the table as far as what you can do specifically in a multiversal world. So the fact that we are finally gonna start getting back into that story makes me very, very excited. So I'm gonna shut the hell up, man. Although, one other thing. I'm interested to see how the Mobius of it all works out, right? Because one of the strongest things in Season 1 was the Loki-Mobius relationship, and they spent a whole season building that up. And then when Loki gets tossed into, a different universe or a different timeline or wherever he lands, things are all different. That relationship's got to start from scratch again. And that'll be tough for Loki as a character, I'm sure, because he obviously trusts Mobius a lot. And however he's able to spin it to get Mobius on his side, I'm pumped to see how that works and how quick that relationship starts clicking so we can get back into that goodiness. But everything they set up in Season 1, I can't wait to see what else we get, whether it be Renslayer, or I can't think of any names right now, but you know, the other woman that was in the show who was one of like the pruning people. I'm just pumped to see how we play with all of that stuff, and I'm not going to waste any more time. Like I said, I think this video is just going to be strictly reaction, a little bit of stuff on the back, and then we'll do a spoiler maybe in a separate video. But let's not waste any more time, and let's get ourselves into position, because I now have an hour and 5 minutes before therapy, plus a call I have to take, and we've got 48 minutes listed on the clock, so I am comfy and ready. Episode's up for you guys, wasting no more time, and let's finally dive in to Loki, Season 2, Episode 1, Ouroboros. And go. That volume cranked all the way. Ooh, recapping.
For crimes against the sacred timeline. How do you plead?
God, just, and the way they played, and Sylvie, that whole relationship was another one that we absolutely loved, and to see how they play with that after she kind of burned Loki, you know, also makes me excited. I'm very, very intrigued on how all of this is gonna come together after what Season 1 did.
I can't go back, can I? I can't offer you salvation, but maybe I can offer you something better. Fugitive variants been killing our...
And the other thing that I think was genius with the show is like to get Hiddleston and Loki back into the Marvel world after he was killed by Thanos. Genius to kind of put him in a spot where it's like, we can't put you back into the universe, but we can use you in this in-between world that we're playing in.
Hey,
oh man, I am so excited. And again,
all this, and you don't just have one.
No matter how the legal proceedings play out,
Take over and return to the TV.
Jonathan Majors' performance as He Who Remains was one of the most fascinating and interesting performances I've seen in Marvel in a long time. And I'm really excited to see him in the bigger story, so I don't know, man. I hope it works out for the best for Marvel. But regardless, like I said, the character of Kang is fascinating, and here you got statues showing the Conqueror, and the idea of playing with Loki in like a in and out of time type world where he's gonna be literally being torn apart and kind of glitching. All of this stuff has me fascinated, and so many cool things that we could play with. Ooh, score is... I didn't expect the score to be so dour at the start. But I guess if we pick up right where we left, it was kind of a dour spot for Loki. It's been a while too since we got a new Marvel property, so I like seeing Black Panther is still the last image on the Marvel Studios logo intro. I could have totally seen them tweak with that or change it. Oh, there's that Kang of it all right away. Like, what's his deal with the TVA? Is he the actual Conqueror? Or is that guy the one that we saw in Ant-Man? A lot of people think he died at the end. I don't know if Marvel ever confirmed that. I personally just thought he got shot to another universe, very possibly this one. God, they're chasing Loki.
Right there, Marion. What is going on? Mobius, it's me.
I don't know.
Ugh, like I said, that's gonna be one of those things. What? That was very risky, Lokes. You ain't got no magic out there. You just jumped. Oh, good God. I love this scoring, though. Oh, that dude. Oh, no. Where did Loki land? Is he for sure launched overhead, right? Oh, no, still in the back. Freaking love him. Ah, the head whip. Classic Loki head whip.
I'm fine.
Warning.
And flying pickup truck. Oh no! That poor woman.
Should be fine.
Oh god, there it goes! Oh, it's a messy start for Loki. And then the TVA. What is that? It looks like a dreidel, but also like a face? I don't know.
Casey.
Nobody remembers you.
Have we met each other?
Casey, help me. Please tell me you know what's going on. Do you remember me?
I got him. I got the intruder. I got the intruder.
No, I'm not an intruder. Oh god! Oh, that time glitch is gonna give Hiddleston a lot of Loki hair flips, it would seem. I like that his hair is like super unkept. Is he back in the right one now?
Casey, something terrible is happening. I'm being pulled from
One universe to another? No, he's still in the same universe at a different point in time?
Has it always been there?
The crack? It's been there as long as I can remember.
I was in the past.
Oh. So that's what it is. He's not jumping to different universes, he's just jumping in universe to different times.
Chrono Bay
I think?
3?
Oh, and he's gone again.
Loki?
Alright, so that's interesting though, because that could give us an opportunity to not have to dissolve the Loki and Mobius, like, connection. But, oh man, that's fascinating. So if you went back in time, what would it cause the change with Kang? I just figured it was a different universe.
And you think people are gonna be ready to hear that?
Oh boy.
Loki was just here looking for you.
Loki's here?
Was, and then he disappeared.
I don't understand.
He disappeared right in front of me. He looked like he was in pain.
Maybe Miss Minutes can locate him.
Miss Minutes.
You just saw him.
I did.
Miss Minutes?
She's someone I'm always interested to see how they play with her.
Can I help you with something, X5? We don't see you down here too often.
This one here.
Jet ski.
Is this on the sacred timeline? Sea-Doos? One of these calling your name?
I don't know about calling. Maybe gently whispering.
Freaking love Owen Wilson.
You know, the funny thing about jet skis, everyone thinks that it's a personal watercraft, and it's actually a brand, same way Kleenex is.
Mobius. Mobius.
That's what's his face too. Oh, I like
The
that
General
dude.
Docs and Judge Gamble would like to see you both in the war room. Wonder what that's about.
I think I know that guy. I can't. I'll have to take a look. I also feel like there's a different, like, gradient on the show. Oh, Loki's back.
Mobius, where is he?
The war room.
Oh man. Yeah, timeline is broken.
So we're answering to the Judges Council now?
Okay, they probably heard the rumors.
Oh, so close.
I'm just gonna tell them the truth.
Agreed, but gently. What is that?
I don't know.
Mobius, I was just doing my job.
You mean pruning me? Yeah, well, I guess you're just following orders. It's actually Renslayer who really owes me the apology.
What's the mood like in there?
Probably not great. Oh, Loki. I was gonna say, like, how can he tell when he's in the right part of the timeline or the wrong part of the timeline? Clearly, wherever he glitched to now is not where we just were. And that is scary. Is Loki gonna end up finding the Council of Kangs? Whoa!
And erased your memories. Memories she can access through enchantment.
The dude's asleep.
A life.
They gotta deal with that.
The branches are growing, and you put out an order to stop pruning.
We just need a moment to explain.
Make it make sense.
That's probably what Loki's thinking. Oh, man. What I can't tell is if these Kang areas are in the past, or the present, or the future? Not the present, because we're the present.
You are quite a marvel. I will be proud to lead with you. You made a difference in this war. Thank you for being on my team.
What has Loki found? Yeah, rewind it.
For us, for all time.
Always.
Friends.
From a Renslayer.
Yeah.
You are quite a marvel. I will be proud to lead with you.
And under whose authority did you make the call to stop pruning branches?
We didn't have time for proper protocol. Don't you understand? We're all variants.
He testified that he went to the timeline and saw Renslayer's variant. And that would certainly corroborate what B-15 is saying.
That's right. Renslayer had a life on the timeline.
On the record, 15.
To hell with the record.
B-15, that was it.
We get the concerns because we had them also, but let's also admit the timeline is branched. The sky hasn't fallen.
What's that are you looking at?
Right?
Robot head on the table? Oh, the sky's falling, Mobius. This...
Interesting scars on the arms.
We won't let the timeline branch. I'm sorry, Hunter.
Dude, what's his deal?
What on earth are you suggesting?
I also like that lady.
That what you think we've been doing? With all due respect, ma'am, we haven't been protecting. We've been destroying. There are people with lives on those branches, and we have committed atrocities every time we prune one. Yes.
Take caution in your tone.
Call it whatever you want, but we have to take a moment to understand
We don't
what's
have
happening.
I mean,
Don't have time for protocol now?
And you've made your position clear, Hunter.
I feel like there should probably be time to talk about things. I'm kind of with B-15. Seems logical. I like...
All my life, I've always handed down the same verdict. Guilty. And the timekeepers deemed it so.
I know how hard it is to turn your back on everything you've believed in, but the TVA has to change. We can't go back to pruning those branches.
Oh my.
Tell the TVA to stop pruning. Effective
Nice.
immediately.
Oh, Lokes! He made it.
Loki! Mobius! You know me! Help me! Hey! What just happened? Just a moment ago, you didn't...
Hey, we just said no more pruning.
Stand down.
A moment ago, you didn't know me!
Stand down!
We found him. Who? Him.
Everything here is different. Yeah, prune that wall. Oh, that's what he's gonna do. Oh, so yeah, okay, so anytime we've seen the wall, or so that's definitely in the past. I'm pretty sure we saw that in the trailer. I'm not that smart.
That's who built this place. That's who stole your lives. That's who's coming.
This is already doing a phenomenal job teeing up what's really coming for the Avengers.
She was going to kill him.
Sylvie?
Mobius,
Sylvie?
yes.
Where is she?
I don't know. Come on, she keep me through a timeline.
What
Timekeepers are fake, but their warnings were real. Seems pretty straightforward to me.
was that deal?
What do you want me to do?
We need to know what happened at the end of time. Find Sylvie. She's the reason we're in this mess.
This lady just froze up. Whatever, I'm with B-15, right? Like, what was happening there?
What happened with the cloud monster?
Life was a distraction. He was a guard dog. We found him. I said it at the end of time.
Where's Sylvie then?
I don't know. She's still there. Just wanted time to think. It was an impossible choice, but she seemed so certain. How could she be given the possible consequences? I just wanted time to...
Just want time to think.
You wanted time to think, so let's think. It's okay.
I love how scared Hiddleston is right now.
We got to the man at the end of time, and he made sense. We thought it was about freeing the timeline, but that brings only more malevolence, more violence, more war, more of him. They're coming. We fought Mobius, and she kicked me through a time door.
Well, I'd ask who won, but
It was a draw.
both kicked each other through time doors simultaneously?
No. I was actively trying not to fight her. I was trying to stop her. She was going to kill him.
She did kill him.
That is
Yeah, there he is.
everything he was doing. The pruning, preservation of the sacred timeline. It was about preventing more of him. There was no simple choice. There was no other way.
And that's who you showed us in there.
He who remained. This is his kingdom. And he said he keeps it safe. But how can you believe that? He built this place.
How would I not remember that? How
Because
could
he wiped.
Yeah.
They have to listen to us.
Believe me, they listened to you, okay? We heard you loud and clear. Have to explain to me exactly how did you just... in there? I mean, did you come straight from the end of time?
No, it was in the past.
What do you mean in the past? Where in the past?
Here, the past TVA.
No, there is no past TVA. Time doesn't work
But
like
it
that
does
here.
now because
Yeah.
it's possible, Mobius.
it's not.
Oh, God! That visual effect is so good. And Hiddleston just
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
What is it? How does it look?
It looks...
painful.
I mean, how does it feel?
It's not that bad.
Really? I mean, it... I guess it doesn't look that bad, but we definitely gotta get you some help.
Thank God he's not in a different universe, just sliding on the timeline. Because this is my favorite relationship. And yeah, gotta watch out for Miss Minutes. I don't trust her at all.
Swing you by repairs and advancement. Come on. I'll have a look at you.
Oh, here comes Ke.
But we should be dealing with a bigger problem here. He who remains.
I understand, and we'll get to that.
Also, I want Loki Gator to make another appearance.
Well, I keep disappearing. We don't have time.
Ah!
You just disappeared. I know, and I can't keep looking at it.
I thought you said it didn't look that bad.
I was lying. It's terrible. It looks like you're being born or dying or both at the same time. It's painful.
It's not that bad. I can handle it.
How does it look?
What? Who's this person? She there the whole time?
He who remains.
Is that what you're calling him, or that's his name?
That's how I was introduced.
Pretty arrogant. It's like calling yourself last man standing.
Is it arrogant if you can back it up?
Well, can he back it up?
Yeah.
That's scary.
The chemistry between these two and their back and forth is so good.
I have no memory of having my memory wiped.
Well, why would you have a memory of that?
It's been a while
Yes.
since I've been down here.
Let's go. Give me some Ke Huy Quan. There he is.
Welcome to RNA.
Good. We're in the right place.
Freaking ledge.
We have a little bit of a situation we wanted to run by you.
Mobius. Wow. Great to see you again.
Good to see you too. Yeah,
Don't know who you are.
Loki, I want to introduce you to
I'm Ouroboros. Nice to meet you, Loki.
Ouroboros.
Ah, that's his name. OB.
I call him
that.
Loki. That's like a nickname I have. Yeah.
Wow. How long has it been?
How long has it been?
Hiddleston.
400 years.
Feels like 1,000, right?
Yeah. Remember, you got off on the wrong floor, and I told you it was the wrong floor?
Wait, that's right. Yes, because then I stayed for a little bit. He took me over.
No, you left immediately.
Oh, Hiddleston's
I'm
face.
back? Yes, you are. Believe it or not, he was my last visitor.
No shit.
Reunited. 400 years.
That's right, yeah. Hey, how are the other guys doing?
What other
What other
guys?
What other guys?
It's just OB. It's just OB. OB.
Hang on.
Hold on, OB.
The warp order is really pilot, but if I take a break, I just keep at it forever.
OB, we just have a quick question for you.
Wait, what does he do here?
Great being part of a team. So how's the team doing up there?
Pretty great. Yeah, I mean, well, you know about the timekeepers and that's what's been happening.
Wow. Time slipping.
Wait, you know that?
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Can you fix that?
No.
No? It's impossible to time slip in the TVA.
I know, but we just saw it happen.
Yeah. I'm having trouble reconciling that.
Oh, he's in the past now.
Ouroboros. May I call you OB?
OB? I like that.
Now Loki's giving him the nickname, not Mobius.
It's complicated. I've been pulled through different times in the TVA.
Time slipping.
That. I've been time slipping in the TVA.
It's impossible to time slip in the TVA.
But you just saw it happen.
Yeah. I'm having trouble.
Salad that. Oh, it's so good.
Never seen anything close to that happen before.
Like, except that one time. Now he's...
There was one time, a guy that was here, what was his name?
Loki?
Yeah. A long time ago, he came to me complaining about time slipping. How did I not remember that?
Wait,
'Cause it
is he
just
talking
happened.
to you in the past and you're just now remembering it?
Wow. That makes There's no flaw in that logic. I guess time slipping is possible at the TVA.
So you remember. What did you tell him?
I told him that's impossible.
It's not impossible because I was just with you.
in the future.
I think I will remember that.
Yes, but
You wouldn't.
it hasn't happened to you yet, you see?
Good point. It sure would be more convenient if we were having this conversation in the future and this were the past.
We were.
Ooh, the writing is right there, yet again.
Let's just say, if it were possible to time slip in the TVA, how might
It's
one
not.
remedy... I understand that.
But if it was...
But theoretically, if it were possible to time slip at the TVA, how might one remedy that?
Well, first off, someone in the time you want to end up in would need a temporal aura extractor.
Do you have one of those?
I do not.
What is...
I got it. One temporal aura extractor.
Can you hold on to that until my friend Mobius...
No.
Wait. This is genius.
I actually do have an extractor here.
I am loving this so much.
One temporal aura extractor.
And did you happen to discuss how to use such a thing with my friend?
You need to get to the temporal loom so the extractor can pull Loki directly out of the time stream.
What?
Could be dangerous.
How dangerous?
Oh, not too bad if you're quick about it.
Gotta be quick about
But
it.
if you spend too long in it, that kind of temporal energy will peel the skin right off you.
What?
I thought you said not too bad, and now you're talking about me getting my skin?
Oh, God.
Violently rip myself from every thread of time and space, all at once.
That means prune yourself.
Why?
Well, when something is pruned, it's released from time. So the hope is that after you prune yourself, the extractor will pull you into the present.
Right? Makes so much sense.
And then if it doesn't do that?
Have you heard about how if you fall into a black hole, you turn into spaghetti?
No.
Good. The less you know about that, the better.
Oh, God. Now, back in the present.
Hey, Loki's back. Well, I guess you two are ready to go.
Wait, hold it. I mean, am I ready to get my skin peeled off?
Yeah, am I ready to violently rip myself from every thread of time and
I'd
space?
rather have that.
But you'd rather be atomically disassembled than never reassembled
Than to
again?
have your skin ripped off?
Yes, then at
This
least you
is
get
why I
to
love
live.
this
Yeah,
show.
what's the quality of life with no skin?
These back and forths and the delivery, both of the actors and, like, just the cutting. The cutting and the different camera shots have been wonderful.
No, it's not the lamp. We're having power surges all through the TVA.
What?
What did you say?
Can't have power surges in the TVA? They should probably be focusing more on that, right? Like, why?
Hang on, it's branching out. I bet that's what's causing the power surges. And maybe you're time slipping.
Really?
Things are a mess upstairs, Mobius. This better be important.
It is.
The branching's overloading the temporal loom.
Temporal loom.
That's bad. You know, the temporal loom.
What is the temporal loom?
There's one on every desk at the TVA. It's a detailed index of every mechanical classification
Great snag, Loki.
on each device and inside every computer program at the TVA.
Wonder how many times they had to do that.
Hey, Obi, this piece just came off right here. Is that important? I think.
Oh, Jesus. Everything's falling apart. I guess that's the temporal loom? Temporal radiation levels escalate exponentially beyond the threshold likelihood. Oh man, we'll have to go back and read that later. This sounds terrifying in there. Whoa! Again, the editing right now, very, very good. The other thing that I really like, too, is that this feels like we haven't skipped a beat or missed any time, even though there's been years in between season 1 and 2. Like, this feels right where they picked up, or right where they left off.
Time is refined into physical timeline.
Whoa. So this...
Instructed to weave together so many new branches. So it's overloading.
That's the thing that keeps everything in one timeline.
It looks like a disaster.
It is a disaster.
Yeah. Doesn't look great.
Don't get down here too much, I guess.
I never had to. Miss Minutes took care of everything. I just ran diagnostics every few hundred years.
What do we do? How do we stop it? The meltdown?
We need to prune those extra branches.
That means the death of countless people.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do that.
I'll need to close the blast doors to protect the TVA while I figure out how to retrofit it to handle all those branches.
What about the time slipping?
Once those doors close, we won't be able to resync you. So it's now or never.
Oh, boy. Oh, Loki!
But now isn't for a little bit. We still gotta get Mobius into position. But first...
Skin?
out there and launch the extractor, which will pull Loki from the time stream before I need to close the blast door. Loki? You'll stand by to prune yourself within a moment after this turns green. Green means Mobius succeeded. Green means prune. If you're too late, you will be lost to time forever.
Well,
Mobius will lose all of his skin. Okay, you've got about an hour.
Not a great... Oh, good God. Less than that.
Got about 5 minutes. Anyway, I'm gonna get everything ready.
Key's delivery has been phenom so far.
They're going after Sylvie. That's their only lead.
Whoa, what are you doing? Where are you going?
Sylvie, Docs.
No!
No, yeah. Got 5 minutes.
Handle, Doc. Good luck.
Mobius, if I don't make it back,
Make it back.
Right, but when I use this thing, I might not make it back.
Oh, God. When you're on a time schedule, it's not good to be time slipping, I feel like.
You'll make it back.
Oh, boy. What's happening in the past? How come you haven't seen him slide to the future, right? The windows are closed? Or now they're opening? So many buttons and... Okay, so now he's in the future. Okay, I was waiting for the future slide.
It's the future.
Oh, oh man, this can't possibly be good.
Once these doors open,
oh god,
radiation will start aging away your suit. Get down the gangway, lock the temporal aura extractor into place, and hoof it back to the moment I tell you to.
How the hell am I gonna hoof it in this?
You got to.
Or what?
Well, the blast doors will close and lock you out, and then your suit will age away, you will age away, and you'll get very old, and all your skin will get peeled away, and you will die.
Just the skin peeling pieces.
Is this crack?
Oh god. Duct tape.
OB! Ready to see some hoofing like you've never seen before.
Okay.
Love that Obi would lean into the like duct tape just can fix anything. So there's so much room in that helmet. I like that he was able to put his head forward like that. Oh boy. They're also doing all these things and Loki's not there. Oh, snap. The suit is aging away. That's a cool visual. How is he gonna get where he's gotta get to? This is nuts. What happened to hoofing it, Mobius? Look at this. I guess he's gotta find a thing to prune himself. Yeah, time stick. Okay. Interesting that that little dial time slipped with him, but not the time stick. Oh boy. Hurry, Loki! We don't have time! What is Loom critical? Can't wait for like new rock stars or someone to dive into like the frame by frame and break this stuff down. Future and the past and the present, it's all sliding so fast. And whatever they're like, is whatever they're doing in the present impacting what's happening here in the future? Whoa! Uh-oh. Loki, hurry! Green.
No.
You gotta prune yourself, Loki.
Mobius, I need to close the blast doors now. Have any hope of fixing the loop?
Give him more time. He can still make it.
Oh, man. I mean, we all know he's gonna make it.
You have 30 seconds.
One downfall to, like, television programming like this is you put your main character in peril in the first episode, you're like, you know he's gonna survive. But the ride to how has got me on the edge.
5, 4, 3.
Oh no.
3.
No, not yet. Not yet. Give him more time.
Come on, Loki. Oh no! Hoof it, Mobius! Well, at least that's gonna take a little while.
No.
Come on, Loki.
There is nothing you can do for him. He's lost time.
What does that mean? Lost to time. Just get him back. And hoof it a little bit faster there, Mobius. I guess that duct tape really did work, though.
He's not going to make it.
Who's calling? Sylvie!
There you are.
Been looking for him? Oh, he got pruned by who? Who's pruning him? I mean, thank God. So, Sylvie's in the future. Loki hopefully has been pruned correctly to be pulled back into the present. And I have a feeling that him and Mobius are going to go into the past. There he is! Come on, Loki! Oh, thank God he got thrown! Man, that was perfectly timed.
We need to find Sylvie.
and they're all going after Sylvie. Seems like a lot of gear.
Where are they going?
Sending the whole TVA?
Is for Sylvie?
Seems a little much.
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it either. Justin Benson and Aaron Moorhead, great work behind the camera. And Eric Martin, I'm telling you, man, even with having different writers, right? Like, not Michael Waldron on this one. Which, granted, Waldron wasn't great for Multiverse. But this feels exactly like we haven't skipped a beat from season 1. I also like this new post-credit, or not post-credit, this new credit sequence. Tommy Hiddleston, obviously an executive producer, not shocked there. But yeah, Benson and Moorhead, fantastic work, man. Really captured the right vibe. I thought the writing was really sharp. I loved all of the back and forths and the dialogue stuff. TVA soup. I feel like that could have multiple meanings. Like, is it actual soup or does it turn you into soup? I don't know. But the thing that I love the most, Natalie Holt back on the music. She is so freaking good. Like, her score was easily, season 1's scoreline across the board was my favorite scoring of anything that's come out of Marvel in the last few years. And what she does, like, I said this last year, or not last year, but whenever season 1 was out, I was like, Natalie Holt as a name to keep your eye on, because I feel like you could see her blow up the way you see someone like Ludwig. And it's nice that, like, at least, at the very least, in the Marvel and in the Star Wars space, you have a lead score person that's, like, very strong. Natalie Holt's score here picked up right where it left off, and that, I think, really set the tone for the writing to be quick, sharp, back and forth, get that vibe, and then you throw Hiddleston in there doing Hiddleston things. I love that we were able to slide him through time rather than into a different universe, which means that he didn't land in a different universe where Kang was running the TVA. He was back when Kang was the guy running the TVA. So a lot of fascinating ideas to play with there. Ooh, we're getting post or mid-credit scenes? First ep? 1982, Oklahoma, branched timeline. Sylvie. I'm fascinated to find out what happened to her after she killed He Who Remains, and why. I guess she's looking for Loki is what it says. Oh, there's the McDonald's! Okay. There apparently was a McDonald's in the city that did itself up like this, but it was, like, not highly publicized.
What would you like?
Not squirrel, not possum, not rats. Something that's already dead, and nothing with a face.
Huh. Well, you can try our new chicken McNuggets, and we have a Big Mac.
What's going on with her right now?
I want to try everything.
Okay.
I just said no squirrel, no pot, like fake, like what would be not great meat. That in and of itself has me more intrigued now. Also, the credits still haven't kicked back to the PDP page. She's like, are we gonna get like a post credit after this? Like, typically it should be shrinking down to the PDP. But love getting a little bit of Sophia DiMartino there at the end. She was so good last season. And, like, I want to try, like, it seems like she's gonna try to enjoy life while also looking for Loki. I don't know. That mid-credit's got me confused. And now I feel like we might get a post because they're making me sit through all of these credits rather than kicking me to the PDP. So while the credits run, things that I really dug, like I said, the back and forth, the writing was super sharp. Hiddleston's performance, as always, is great. Same with Owen Wilson. It was so nice to have the Mobius Loki connection back. And I'm glad, like I said, that we're sliding through time and not different universes so that you don't have to rebuild that whole relationship all over again. I mean, it could have worked, but it just would, like, it wouldn't have been ideal. But Owen Wilson continues to be fantastic. Wunmi Masaku, big fan of hers. I haven't seen her do anything in a while, so very excited to have her back as B-15 and continuing to be on the same page as Loki and Mobius. That's a team up that I like. Didn't get any Renslayer, but I'll be interested to see when and where and how Gugu Mbatha Raw pops back up. I like that the TVA is aware that they're all variants, and that has created crisis for some, but for others, it's like, well, let's go fix things, and we fix things by finding Sylvie, supposedly. But, like, I think Loki. No, Mobius. No, B-15. She was like, I don't buy that all of these are for Sylvie. And I feel like that I don't know what her name is, but the female actress that I saw where I was like, oh, man, anytime she pops up and stuff, she's always really good. I feel like she's probably got a connection to Kang in some manner, and she's not someone that I think we should trust. But I think the show did a really good job of setting itself up for this season, while also making it seem like it was seamless from the last episode of Season 1 to this. It doesn't feel like we missed any time. I don't think we're going to get end credits here, as we're now into this. Why wouldn't you kick me to the PDP page? Anyway, yeah, I think they've done a really good job in teeing up Season 2, picking up from where we left off in Season 1. I'm excited to see where we go. I'm definitely going to have to rewatch this and think about some things and see what we got. But my favorite moments, I mean, anytime Hiddleston's doing anything, especially like every time he get that classic Loki head flip. But specifically, him and Ke and Mobius, the three of them bouncing off in that whole back and forth where they were all together. Then you had Loki in the past, Mobius in the present, OB remembering things as Loki is creating a new past for him. Like, that stuff was super cool. I can't wait to see them play more with time. And yeah, I think this is a phenomenal start to the season. We'll definitely get into this a bit more, but for today, I'm going to give you a score. Get the C-Maniacs up. Like I said, the writing, the scoring, the acting, everything is right where it should be. I thought this was an excellent start, and like most Marvel shows, we start things on a really, really strong note. So I'm going to go 4 out of 5 C-Maniacs. Like I said, I think this is just the perfect way to tee up this season, and I can't wait to see what we get next. Chances of me seeing the episode in real time with Comic-Con going on this weekend, not great, so be on the lookout for that next week. And hopefully some more spoiler discussion coming your way before we get to that video. So we'll try this new format. Let me know if you like just having the reactions in one place with a little short spoiler and a little short top. Although my top today was kind of normal in length. Anyway, it's time to flip it over to you guys, man. What'd you think of my reactions? What'd you think of the show? What kind of reactions were you guys having? If you've got spoiler thoughts about the episode, by all means, I'd like to know about those too, and you can put them all down below in the comment section. I look forward to talking to you down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and also in the comments, let me know if you like the idea of the reactions being self-contained, or if you like when I have everything in one video. So leave that below. Like if you like the video, you want to show a little love, support to the old C-Man, come join C-Maniac Nation. Super easy. Jump over there, hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell if you want those alerts, and be ready for a run on Loki that I hope is as fun as Season 1. Like I said, one of my favorite Marvel things they've ever done. Very excited for the season. But until we get back to talking about Loki, you've seen the reactions, you got a little bit of the thoughts. I hope to hear yours, and for the C-Man's Cinema Sit-Down, I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace.
Oh, you guys are still here. You snuck up on me. You must be looking for more of this guy. Well, I got 2 video options for you, man. Right up here and right over here. And if you want all those C-Man goodies, well, hey, come join the squad right on over there, and I'll catch you on the next one.